Mhm. Should have had some intro music in.
We'll have to make sure
back,
that works.
back again. Let's see.
Hey, I think we're live. Let's just make sure we are live.
We are.
Oh, snap. What is up, everyone? All right, so we'll give it a few moments here because I know how Facebook works. They're like, hey. All right.
I'm getting this up on my wall now, so.
Tell me when you're good to go, John. And I have it up here so that way I can see to make sure if people are commenting, I can. Hey, Sherry, what's up?
Jen's on.
Yay! Hey, everyone.
Hello, hello.
I almost said happy Saturday. It's totally not Saturday. Oh, man. Here we go. What is up? All right. So while people are hopping on, why don't you tell us where you guys are from, how everything is going down? I don't know. How's the weather? I always like to ask that question because I get really jealous when people are like, oh, it's like 70 or 80 degrees here, bright and sunny. And I'm like, really?
That's what we had today.
Oh my goodness. Ours was so weird. My daughter was just saying that. She's like, we were praying before we were eating, and she just said the weirdest prayer. She was like, we thank you for all the crazy weather you gave us today, sunshine, and then rain, and then a lot of wind, and then some more sunshine. Like, it was so weird. Hey guys, how's it going? All right, we're going to get this party started here in a bit, but we want to hear what you guys, where are you from? I always see eyeballs and nobody wants to talk, and we want you guys to talk to us too. So quickly, as people are letting us know where they're from, how the weather is and stuff, I know it takes a little bit for it to pop up and everything, and it lags just a little bit here. But I want to let you guys know why we came on here to chat with you guys. And the reason is because most of you guys know, if you know John or I, well, first off, we are success partners in this amazing business that we run. And I've been running this business. It's going to be 9 years next month. How about you, John?
I am 8.
8 years. That's so crazy to think about. So we have known each other for we might as well just say we've known each other since high school.
A little bit after.
a little bit after high school. We'll just say that. But we have been running this business together. We have been success partners for quite some time, and we love what we do. And we love to share about kind of why we do what we do, because we know that there are so many skepticisms. Is that the right word? I might be making up some words. I learned that from Josh Coates. You just make up words and then you go with it. But there's a lot of people that will naysay or be skeptical of it or whatever it may be. And, we just kind of want to share why we do what we do. And John, I mean, you have been in the business for 8 years. So why did you join the business, and what has it done for you and your family?
So going back, this actually, as most of you, if you do know or don't know me, I'm a registered nurse by trade. I followed in my footsteps of my mother and my sister. And I've always just loved helping people. There's no way you can't love people and be a nurse. So that already was number one for me. And losing multiple aunts, losing my mom, all to cancer, different health problems. I was always kind of wanting to get into some kind of health fitness realm. But it really hit home when my wife, in 2011, had got her diagnosis, and we went through a 9-month span. She had 7 brain surgeries. And at that point, I mean, already was feeling like I couldn't do anything to help her at that point. But once she started getting on the mend and wanted to start getting herself physically healthier, that's where we just went all in and we're like, we have to do something. We had one child at the time, and we didn't want him to have to grow up with us not being our healthiest selves that we could possibly be. So that's really how it got jump started. And then she actually got connected with our coach that got us sponsored into this. And from there, we haven't looked back. It's been an amazing journey. And that's how I got to meet Ashton.
Yeah. I still think it's crazy every time I hear that. I mean, 7 brain surgeries in 9 months. And what I think is crazy is because, you know, I feel like people start to get into their health and fitness, or they start to get healthy when something crazy happens. Like there's that big, it's not necessarily a rock bottom moment, but more of a, hey, wake up call, light bulb, you've got to do something. Because for me, you know, I wanted nothing to do with the business at all. Like at all. Like I just wanted to get healthy and fit. I was so excited to be in a group. Just, you know, having back surgeries, what caused me to want to get healthy and fit. Half my L5 disc removed. I was 238 pounds, and just, I literally felt like I had no purpose. I felt like I had no purpose. I had no worth. Like I wasn't a bad mom, but I definitely didn't feel like, when I look back for where I'm at now in my life, I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like I wasted so much time on my own entertainment and my own just selfishness that, you know, I was just addicted to games and other things in my life that I just did my own thing. And I was like, here, you do your own thing. And so it wasn't until like I started getting into the health and fitness, or the health aspect, and joining our coaches group, where like people were like, you're rocking this, you're doing awesome. And I'm like, dude, people are cheering me on. And she's like, you should be a coach. And I'm like in my mind, if I would have told her what I was thinking in my mind, I don't know if she would have let me on her team, to be quite honest. But I thought she was crazy, because I was like, I'm obese. Nobody's going to listen to me. Like, how am I going to sit here and talk about health and fitness? Nobody's going to want to join me. And I loved the fact that she told me, you're doing exactly what a coach does. It's not about having a 6-pack. It's not about knowing it all. It's not about having all the information, because this business that we run is really a do and learn business, and not a learn first, then do it. It's, you're taking action, you're on your own journey, and all of us need health, for one. But not only do all of us need health, there's always different seasons. Like right now, like this is a totally different season in our life compared to what a season was maybe a year ago.
Mm-hmm. It's funny when you say that, and you start to look back and think about different points. And as you said, you don't have to be a fitness expert, or you don't have to be a guru on social media or what have you. Because it was actually funny, because our coach actually wanted to have my wife join her team. Like I was not even in the picture.
Oh no, she thought you were some scary, creepy dude wearing a cowboy hat and stuff. I heard all about it, like all about it. Lindsay's going to laugh listening to this, but.
So that's the whole point. Like you never know who you're going to inspire or who you're going to be able to reach. I know that's a fear that some people have. Like, I can't inspire people. Like you said, I'm not inspiring, or I can't help people. I'm not even to my perfect weight or my goal weight or what have you. But there's always, people are placed in your life for a reason. So if she wouldn't have connected with my wife, then my wife couldn't have said, hey, my husband's actually doing P90X. Let him try it out with you. And so that's how I even got into the business. And I signed up because at that point, as I said, my wife had went through those surgeries, so we went from 2 full-time incomes down to 1. And I was like, well, hey, we want to try some of these supplements anyway on our healthier lifestyle, and let's get a discount. So I was like, sweet, okay, I'll join up for that. So I wasn't planning on running the business at all either.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I mean, literally when I signed up, I was like, okay, discount, cool, and all and whatever. And I tried to quit on my coach like 10 times in the first month. Uh no joke. I can't believe it's been 9 years, but I tried quitting on her like because I'm like, no, I can't do this. I had so much doubt though, like you were talking about. I had so much doubt in my mind about who I was and everything. And I can't imagine if I would have quit at that time, if I would have quit in the first 30 days, where would my life be at? Like, it's kind of scary to think about because, so to get in a little bit uh, deeper topic here. So I joined this business. I didn't really want to be a part of the business. I just wanted to get healthy, had no confidence. And I lost 50 pounds in 4 months with doing Insanity twice. But over the course of 18 months, lost 100 pounds. But come to find out, when I started getting healthy and fit and joined the business aspect, we had something we still have it, but they're called vital behaviors. And one of the things was personal development. So I started reading books and got into listening to John C. Maxwell. He was actually one of the first speakers that I heard at when we went to our summit. And he talked a lot about his faith. And then I started having this pull of wanting to go to church. And at that time, I had no idea at all, like why. But I'm like sitting here, I'm like, why do I want to go to church? Like just completely random person who's like never been to church other than very, 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 maybe a handful in my whole entire life. And I'm getting this pull. And through this business, through the whole changing of just having mental clarity and everything, I know that God pulled me, like God was like, all right, here we go. You're coming into this. So throughout this 9 years, I've grown a relationship with the Lord. I became saved. And so this business is way more than just helping people get healthy and fit, which is the huge part of it. But I'm like, my life changed so much that I found the Lord through this business. How many more people can have that mental clarity and just that revelation of, getting to know him because they made that decision to get healthy? Because I'll bring up scripture here, but God says he doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind and self-discipline. So if we're walking in a self-disciplined life, we're walking in the spirit that God has given us, right? So that's where this is a ministry for me to be like, all right, I know how it was not feeling like worthy, like just feeling worthless, feeling like I had no purpose, feeling huffing and puffing on my inhaler, being in pain, like all of those things. And man, this 9 years was not easy, being homeless, going through a divorce. Like there's been things that have been crazy, but I've had so much more peace and joy and being able to like come to you or come to any of the coaches and everything and being like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm losing my mind a little bit. Like, can you help me out? And here you guys are like being able to help me out as well.
The community that's huge. And to that point, that was kind of, once I got in it and saw that, I was like, oh, it's right up my alley. I have a huge church family as well. So it felt like this was just another extension to that family, because that's where, when I started to actually look at the business as another stream of income, it's like, oh, well, that would be awesome. Monica could stay home. She would be able to just really get on the mend and not have to worry about punching a clock or worrying about a boss that's going to not really care about her illness when she has flare-ups and different things. So that right there was like, that was my motivation to keep going. Like, let's build this. Let's continue to help people and help others not be in this, if for God forbid they were in a situation that we were in, that they wouldn't have that stress that we had. The stress that not knowing how we were going to get things paid for, or how we were going to be able to accomplish X, Y, and Z. So that was kind of where I started, and that's where I came up with our total control. I wanted to have people take total control of their health, their wealth, their spirituality, their find everything, and just total encompass of everything, so they don't have to have that worry. And such a blessing to have it, as we see when we got into it. There was the recession of 2010 that was just kind of coming out of, and who knew 10 years later that there was another catastrophic something waiting for us to have. And I couldn't imagine not having this to be able to reach out to, or just have that community that we can connect with. So that's been just amazing. Like, you can't put a price or words to that.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, it is crazy because, we've been doing this whole virtual Zoom, like for our calls, and whenever we do our workouts, we're popping on a Zoom where we've already been doing this, which is crazy, that like we've had this accountability there. And I love the take total control, because, you're helping people take total control of their life, and God put it on my heart for the team that I founded, was Believe to Achieve, where, like, if you can believe, and there's so much power behind that, is, believing. So I wanted to help people be able to believe in who God created them to be in order to achieve what he's called them to do. And so you talked a little bit about not knowing like how you were going to do this or that and everything. And I remember seeing some posts, and also giving some shout outs here, that, and we're going to insert income disclaimer that, like, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. And I will put that in there below, give you that link so that you guys can look at that, but it's really based on your own efforts and everything. But you've paid off some credit cards and stuff too. Didn't you pay cash with a vehicle? Or tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we've been able to, well, in this time span, we've added some extra children to our family. So we needed a bigger vehicle during this 8-year span. So yeah, we were able to trade in and
There's going to
buy
be a big baby boom coming up in 9 months too, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there might possibly be. Not in this household, but you guys will spread the love out that way. So yeah, we had to get a minivan that we were able to pay for, as Ashton said, and it wasn't that we didn't have that stress or that fear of, oh man, we had to get a huge loan, or had to figure out how we were going to come up with that income. And as we were extending our family as well, that was a huge aha moment, and kind of like a blessing, that we went through what we went through, and we started this side income, side business, however other people call it. But Monica was able to stay home with those two. Our oldest son, we did daycare at different points. We had some mishaps at some daycare, so we were already kind of like, I don't know if we want to, but I don't know if we would have made that decision if she was still working full time that whole time. We had 2 full-time incomes. If we would have been able to say, hey, let's not have you continue to work. Let's have you stay home. I will easily say that financially, our financial education was definitely not up to where it is now. As Ashton said, personal development, personal growth has definitely helped us on all aspects, and financially as well. When you're running the business, you need to understand finances. You need to understand where things are going. So that helped us tremendously. But to be able to actually have that the opportunity to say, Monica, just let's stay home. You stay home with the children till they get in kindergarten. And we look back and say, man, when she was going through what she was going through, we never knew what the Lord was preparing us for and had in store on the other side of the storm.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it, I just think it's amazing. I truly, truly think it's amazing. Because again, like when I first started and stuff, it was like, I just wanted a discount and I really wasn't doing anything and, really with my life. And so I'm like, whatever. Okay. But, being a single parent and everything for me, I mean, I was able to get off of state aid through this, which is huge because like it was always a battle and a struggle because uh just being a single parent and not getting help, and not saying that, hey, everybody needs help and stuff like that, and it's there for a reason and for a purpose. And there's, I think, a lot of people that have used state help, which is, like I said, it's great to have that available. And it was something where I don't receive, like, I mean, I didn't receive child support, and I very minimal do now because I was always like, what, I'll get it figured out. And so if I could help people change their life the way that my life has changed, then why not earn an income from it? And being able to help people and hearing all the testimonies of, just the thanks of, you know, like, I lost 100 pounds, I lost this, or like I never used to believe in myself and now I do, I love who I am, is amazing. And so I'm like, for me, I'm thankful and grateful that this business has done that for me as well, as my family and everything like that. And then that brings me up too, is that sometimes I feel like people are like, you've got the naysayers and haters, whatever you're going to call it. Like like we were talking about, people that are skeptical about it and everything like that. But I've always haven't been able to wrap my head around why people look at this as such a bad thing. Like, people look at MLMs as like, they're just gross and they're icky and they're this and they're that. And I'm like, but what's so different than somebody going to GNC? Hopefully I just didn't slander that. I'm sorry if anybody's, I'm just giving an example, but what's the difference if somebody goes to a supplement place or goes to a gym or goes to any other place and they get those services there? So for instance, they go to a supplement place, they walk in and they're like, hey, I'm trying to lose weight and this and that. And here the salesperson or the sales associate, because that's what they're called, provides them with a couple different things. Like, here, I recommend this or that. And they go and they purchase that from them and everything. Cool, right? So here they go do that. Then they go home and they start to utilize the product that they just purchased from some other place. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm like, okay, here, they're going home, whether they got pre-workout or a protein thing or something to help lose weight, like a lost weight supplement, whatever it is, nobody's going to call them. Nobody's going to be like, hey, John, how is that product going for you? Is that company that made that product, do they have your number? Do they have your email address? Are they going to, other than if you signed up for any of their rewards, then all they're going to be doing is sending you ads of like, hey, here's buy one, get one free, or hey, you have this many points, or guess what, we've got a sale on this. So nobody's going to be reaching out to you to be like, how did this work in your life? How was that product? How was this? Or asking you, John, what is your goal? Like, how can I help guide you? So yet here we are with what we do with Beachbody, and we have, I mean, and I can be whatever, you can call me, what's the word that I'm thinking of? You know what I'm talking about? Bias. But I love the products that we have, and they stand behind, being natural. They stand behind really making sure that they've got good quality ingredients into them. And honestly, I think Carl, we love you, but I think it has to go down to his wonderful wife who had a big part to play in all of that. But they get their product from us, and then we're there for them for life. That's why, I mean, we've got a group called Believe to Achieve Lifers, because we don't want people just to purchase something from us and get into that group. We're like, hey, like we really talk to them about diving into their why. And I mean, right, like we can't drag them and pull them or whatever, like they have to do it on their own, but we really provide them with us as a human being, as a friend, as somebody to push them. We love you too, Becca. But but like I said, for me, I don't understand how it's any different than somebody going to some other place, but yet we get like slandered by it when we run this business. And personally love it. I don't know if you have anything to say on that.
No, I mean, I think you said it all there. I know one of our top people, coaches, was just talking about that, how Beachbody has multi-billion dollar company that they're not going to just put any crap products together. Like they're standing by it. Like they have a 30-day money back guarantee. They're not going to just put anything out there. But what I wanted to kind of ask you, and I know for me, I couldn't imagine, as you said, not being in this business, or if you stopped 30 days after you started, or even a year. I know you had talked about that you've wanted to quit like multiple times. You were just like, I can't do it. I'm done, blah, blah, blah. But can you imagine if you did stop, and the lives that would not have been touched because what you were called to do? Like, could you give just like a smidget of examples of like some of the lives that you touched?
That's just, I mean, honestly, I can't think about it. And for me, like, I know I could probably get emotional, and Ashton, hold your composure, because like I would have never have met any of these amazing people, like from all over. Like Becca was on there. She's like, I love you. One of our coaches, like I've met the most amazing people. Sheila Johnson, we got to go and pray for her and her son. Like we got to meet their whole family. We drove down to Indiana to surprise her and stuff like that. And it's not to be like, oh, cool. Like we get, like, it was something because like just caring and loving about them, and being able to be like, kids, all right, let's go. We're going to go bless this family. We're going to go talk to them. We're going to go meet them. And, you know, I think so many people have said like, Ashton, you're such an inspiration. You've changed. And I'm like, no. First off, God gets the glory for this, because like anything that's good that has come out of me has been from him. And that's what I want people to see and everything. But I think what people don't realize is how much they touch me, how much, you know, they've blessed me. Like just, I watch everyone in our groups, you know, John and Rich, and I mean, everyone, like age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what race, it doesn't matter anything. Like we've got this group of people that crush it every single day. They don't let excuses get to them or anything. And I mean, like I said, like I can't think of not being here where I'm at, because I would not be who I am today. And quite honestly, I wouldn't want to know where I would be at. But then if you think about all the coaches too, and maybe they can comment, but all the coaches or all the people that have been a part of our groups, if we didn't offer that opportunity to them, where would they be? Like I just can't wrap my head around it, because it's been such a snowball effect and such a domino effect that it's been amazing. And I think we all feed off of one another. It's not like, you know, oh, I've changed so many people's lives, because they really had to put in all that work and everything like that. But I honestly don't know if I like how long it would have took me to know the Lord or anything, or, you know, again, I think I could probably travel anywhere and there would be someone there with open arms to be like, yeah, come stay at our place, which is pretty cool. Can't go anywhere right now.
Yeah, well, next summer. But yeah, speaking on the traveling, like how many trips have we been a part of that we have from just this business, being running this business, helping people change their lives, we get rewarded as well for that. Like that's a no-brainer. Like people used to say all the time, "Oh, John's traveling again. You traveling with the beach body, or
Missing
you
some
traveling this and that."
stingrays.
I'm like, "Yep, I surely am."
Coming on the boat. No, I'm staying on the boat, Lindsay. That was the dumbest idea ever. I was like, I'm not going. I'm not going. John's like, you'll be fine. I'm like, we're in open water. Here, I'm sorry. I have to scroll off here for a moment. So hear me out here. We go on this Success Club trip. So we've earned these trips that we've gone on. And this trip that we went on this excursion to go play with stingrays. Here, this mama is thinking it's going to be in a caged area because my biggest fear, ask me, my biggest fear is sharks. Okay. Jaws ruined me as a child, totally ruined me for life to be in the open ocean or whatever. I love the ocean, but what's all in there? I don't know. So Jaws ruined me. Here we get on this little itty bitty boat. I'm like, where are we? Like, I'm thinking we're going somewhere. Here, there's a ton of people in this open ocean place. And I was like, it's not like we're in the middle of the ocean. And they're like, you guys were all looking at me like, duh, what do you think this was? And I'm like, we were gonna be closed off. Like sharks can come and eat me.
So that was a blast. I mean, the very first time we met was at Disney. Got to take you took your oldest son, and I got to take our oldest son. Like that.
We got to take 3 people at that time. So I took my sister, my oldest. So I had Ethan and Madeline, and like just to even think about then, there would have been no way I would have been able to afford going to Disney at that time. So to be able to be like, hey, you earned this trip for helping people and your lives change. Here's this trip. You're going to take 3 people with you. You just have to get your way down there and pay a small deposit. I paid $300 for the deposit and whatever, like we drove down there. So my sister helped paid and stuff like that for gas. But in all reality, to take 3 people to Disney.
That's not even one night stay.
Right. Yeah. We've been on, I mean, it sucks that our trip got canceled this year, but we did have a little virtual one. And then we've got Summit that we go to every year and that is canceled. But again, I'm sure Carl's going to come up with something amazing and fantastic that, we'll all be together soon enough. But, I mean, I know we've been on here talking and everything, but I think that this has been amazing because, it's just, we really wanted to open up and share our hearts behind why we do what we do in the course of this 9 years. I mean, honestly, there's not enough words in the dictionary that can describe how both of our lives have changed, why we never want to stop offering the opportunity to join our team or even to join our group to get healthy and fit, because we know that all the tools and resources are there to help you get successful. However, we can't do it for you. We can pave the way. We can always help, guide, people into getting healthier, even running a business, because we've learned from the course of the time of, yep, not a good idea. Oh, this was awesome. Don't ever do that again. But, like I said, my life has changed. You and Monica and the kids, I mean, your guys' life has changed so much that we're forever thankful and blessed for this opportunity that, I don't know. I don't know how else to.
I feel it's an obligation for me to share this with people. Like, there's no reason not to. And like I said, I'm sure if you follow any of my social medias, or if you know me personally, like, if I find something that I enjoy or I love, I want to share it with other people. Like, I want other people to get that enjoyment as well. So yeah, been a no-brainer for me. And almost 10 years later, like, we're still doing it. So there has to be something to it. I don't think we
Right.
could drink the Kool-Aid for that long. And I mean, it
Whoa.
ran out. We do bring out some new Kool-Aids here and there.
A little bit. No, that is a good point or whatever. So just a few things here before we wrap this up. Number one, do you guys have any questions? And I know that it comes off as a little leg. So while I ask you guys if you have any questions and everything, I want to let you know that John and I decided to set up like a little bit of a separate group here on Facebook, where it's going to be like a 5-day crash course, or I mean, is that how you would put it? Like, it's a 5-day.
Yeah, kind of check out a test run, I would say.
There you go. It's like a coach workshop. And so all you have to do is say, hey, like, I heard what you were talking about the business and everything. I don't know exactly how you do what you do or why you do it. I just know that, that you're very passionate about it and you love it and you've been in it for this long. So there's going to be a 5-day workshop where you get to come into this group and we'll kind of walk you through what we do and everything. And really, if you want to work on your own health and fitness, if you're focused on really just growing in your journey, and you're like, you know what, I would love to be a light as well for other people, because I mean, I know that you might have not have been on the very beginning of this call, but the whole being 238 pounds and starting a business with health and fitness, that's a little nuts. But it kept me accountable in my journey, as well as other people were then inspired by, what was going down. So if you just want your own journey and you're like, I want to know what's going down. Like I said, it's going to be a 5-day coach workshop for you guys to join. All you have to do is get put in this group, and then it's kind of like a buffet table. Take what you want, leave what you don't. You're a fly on the wall, just to kind of see exactly what we do and all of that.
Sounds good. Like I said, there's no cards, no credit cards. You don't have to pay to be in the group. There's nothing like that. Like I said, we want to just share it with you and let you know, like, hey.
But we might make you rap. You might have to rap or do a dance in order to get in. I'm just kidding. But legit, that would be something that we would do. We'd be like, all right, but first we're going to have a dance off.
We just watched the Disney sing-along just a little bit ago, so we might sing too.
Or you could be like Nancy Kirby and Ron having like karaoke at midnight. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry.
Well, definitely. We look forward to, like I said, talking with you guys. I'm sure as you can see, we love talking about this. So we would love to continue on just sharing what we have to offer.
Absolutely, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. I know that this was longer, but John, thank you for, taking your time and stuff like that too, because I always appreciate it with, just being a husband, and I almost said a wife too, but I was going to say a husband and a father. This is what happens at night. You know what I would have said, because I said husband and not wife. Oh my goodness. So thank you so much just for taking your time. And like we said, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you guys for joining. If this may not even be something that you even want to think about, but if you just want to support us, all we can ask that you do is share this, share this video once it gets done, start a watch party or whatever. And yeah, we hope that this blesses other people and people's lives will change the same way that ours have. So we hope you guys have an amazing night, and we will see you all later. Bye,
Thank you.
guys. See ya.